Alright, welcome back to Genshin, episode 147. I actually just wanted to do the story quest, but since I've been gone for too long and I've been trying to find some time, we're gonna do two events. So, fuck it. We're gonna spend all day doing them before I start, being lazy or just forgetting to do them, and then, yeah, then I'll regret it.
Feeling all right today. I'll take the chance to try to get some more done than usual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go, girl. You got it, Callie. So first thing first, we've been working on Kali. Kali is gonna be really overpowered. At least I plan to anyway. I'm gonna upgrade Kali to the fullest as much as I can, and she's gonna be in the business spiral. It's a big day. Well, not a big day, but it's gonna be preparation for that big day, because Spiral Abyss is coming and she will be used to fight the Spiral Abyss. I didn't mean to teleport here. God damn it. Yeah, it's gonna be one day, 8 hours, but if anything, it's gonna be like 4 days for the next stream that we day, or maybe more. Who knows? But as soon as we start streaming again, we're gonna do the Spiral Abyss, and we're gonna use Kali. Kali is gonna be our hopefully Kali will be ready. So what's the plan? Kali, Kali is gonna be our very big helper for Natalie and Nahida, and I don't know who's going to be the fourth, but I'll find out sooner or later. I think it's Kokomi, actually, now that I think about it. We're going to do Kokomi. Alright, I think it's the last time we're going to do this. Maybe, maybe. Actually, I'll keep going until I get below 200.
This realm is... If you ever...
Do I want to spawn here? Hold on, I need to do something real quick. The special program is going to be coming pretty soon, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen. The special program for Genshin Impact. Apparently, we're going to get a lot of codes as well. So, oh, speaking of codes, I want to see if we could get some codes as well. Let me check that. All right, Genshin Impact codes, 2024 of August. Seems to be a lot of codes, but we'll see if a lot of it works or something. Let's get these codes in. So this one's gonna be follow and get your impact. DE. Follow get your impact DE. You got it. Alright. That's one. And then this one's gonna be USDA 9H 94 94ZH SE. Alright, there we go. Another one. And then Zoy F Fig NJ2. ARQ 5 no S53 91 79. There we go. Naju CDT 7X DS. Oh, spelled the wrong, I guess. Oh, it's not an S, it's 5. There we go. Spelled the wrong somewhere. I don't know where I went wrong with this one. I think I put a U instead of a I. I think that's what happened. I don't know. Nope, still wrong. I don't think this one's valid. Oh, redemption code expired. That's why. So I missed out 10,000 mortar, 10 adventure experience, 5 resistant ore, fresh fruit. It's not that great actually. I don't care about that. Alright, well, this next one's gonna be KKK. What a start already. Let's see. Invalid redemption code. Oh, another fucking 5. It's not an S, it's a 5. And this one's expired too. Alright. And then the last one is Genshin GIF. Damn, that's a lot of expired codes. Like I could have gotten a lot of these. I'm gonna try this one. I don't. It's gonna be. It's supposed to be expired, but we're rather find out just to be sure. When was all this, man? Yeah, it's expired. You gotta like really pay attention to all of these. Jeez, that's a lot of expired ones. Oh, I got the main three ones though, at least. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are the main three that we need after the. When this program goes live, I'm gonna see a whole bunch more get your new codes. Just and I'm not gonna miss a lot of them this time. Apparently, there's a lot like going by, and I missed all of it. When last program, it seems there was a lot. It's not a lot of Primo gems, but it's a lot of money that I could use for sure. A lot of Mora. I'll keep looking, especially right after the program. So let's just deal with what we have for now. What we get? 60 Prima gems, 50,000 Mora. Oh yeah, look at all those books. I definitely could use all that books. Oh shit, that's a lot of mail. All right, let's see. All right, the books. Gotta get to college level 80 before Aspire Abyss. I want to get her boat to level 90 as well if I can. Alright, is it because I can't build anymore? Yeah, I can't. Alright. Damn, after all that, I still need more. I still need more Mora. Yeah, 50,000 is not a lot, but still helps out a lot. It's a new week, right? I have. Did I do the bosses yet? No, I did not. All right, let's do the bosses. Look, it's Emily. Damn, she looks so beautiful in the water. That dress is insane. I'm gonna use Kale. Oh, level 90 D Luke with the special outfit. Yeah, I need Mora. I just need Mora because I can't upgrade Kale without Mora anyway.
Just like we rehearsed.
D Luke died.
Witness my power. Don't touch me. Just like we rehearsed. A little while. Reconstitute. Try this on this side.
There we go.
Yeah.
Didn't even reach.
Just like we rehearsed.
Sweet.
Wherever in this world I roam. afraid? Or do you not even have the courage to be afraid? With these rising flames! Is it my turn now? Is it my turn now? Now that's how I like it. Witness my transfixed power music. Spare your energy. Running is of little use. Have a taste of purgatory. Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals. Is it my turn now? Lady, come here.
That El Legino died. That Legino sucks.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use. The countdown has begun. Like a fly tangled in a web. You've proven to be a worthy man.
This dance is for you.
Kindness has been summoned away. My blade is all that remains. Let's see how strong you truly is.
All eyes on me.
Lasting as the moon. The sun and moon have set. Only ruin remains. Extinguished. Lady Bear. Only the beginning. Overruled.
Hmm.
Thank you for Add Astro. are the same. They can both get gloomy. It's alright though, because the sky will become even brighter after the rain.
Oh, fuck.
For the curtain to fall.
Yield.
Positions. Just like we rehearsed. Fly.
Grant us your blessing.
Let's see. You might feel a little pinch.
Do your worst.
Go.
Dang it. Keeps giving me more HP that I don't need.
With all my strength. Go! Don't be nervous. Just relax.
All eyes on me.
Let's see.
Do your worst. Grant us your blessing.
Just like we rehearsed. Go! Yeah! Don't slip and fall.
Bleed.
You might feel a little prick. Here. Hi. That wasn't very nice. Calm down.
You're exposed. Hear my prayer.
Dance with the waves. Positions. Practice on your side.
Do your worst.
I swear it's for medical research. Go! With all my strength.
Yield.
Calm down.
Grant us your blessing.
much to keep me occupied, old thought patterns start to creep back in, and as soon as I start talking about it, flashbacks start. Rest and rebuild!
Damn. It's terrible drops. Ah, damn it. Alright, I think it's time to start the events now. Hopefully we get Emily in this temple today. If not, then sooner or later we'll have her. It's gonna be before 12 days, that's for sure. But I don't want to spend any money right now, so I just hope I get her in this temple and win the 50-50. But we'll find out. Alright, let's talk to Emily.
I thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying the film. You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, it's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by. But, what's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat, so I came to help out. The exhibition includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharuar capable of retaining heat and moisture. Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
No.
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
Mr. Tainari! Sanjay! He confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate...
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expense. Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Tainari's busy no matter where he is, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Some people just need supervision. Well, looks like Tainari might be busy for a while. Let's... Wow, look at these flowers! They smell so...
Jesus. I never heard Primal sneeze before.
Fine. She's just got a little...
God damn.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies.
It's getting... I was... just a moment ago, she didn't even eat anything weird.
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice! Whoa, that was fast! Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore!
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either. Seeing as we're both travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion...
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
Why do I hide in her face so much?
I suppose that's
There we go.
accurate. Allow allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emily, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Paimon is Paimon. Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Have you ever heard of hay fever? To put it simply, when inhaled, certain pollens can trigger abnormal physical reactions.
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened then.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal, but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction. But there's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
Oh, well, that's good.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air. Emily? Ah, what a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler and Paimon are in good hands.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit of help, that's all. I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something.
Yeah, I forgot.
Remember the first time we met?
Yeah, I
You fainted
remember.
after inhaling Spirit Borneal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, look at that fucking photo. Holy shit, so beautiful. But Paimon was the victim this time.
The Spirit Borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors. Some people are even allergic to almonds. It's not something
What
you
the
can
fuck,
generalize.
almonds?
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
What's up, Mim?
Whoa. Good thing Paimon isn't allergic to anything delicious.
A perfumer.
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
In addition to medicine, Emily is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
And
Why
that's
are you on
my
black?
expertise
What are you talking
ends, I'm
about?
afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge,
I don't think
I'm
admittedly you're supposed to be
certainly
black.
at the top.
Flower expert? Oh, Paimon's got it! You must be the expert Tainari mentioned, the one in charge of the exhibition!
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition, but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made from it also bears the same name, Auguste.
Auguste, huh? That's not a name you hear often nowadays.
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean
Yeah, I guess you're
sacred
right.
or noble.
But we're not talking
It's
about Emily, though.
sometimes used as a name for people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with a historical event in Fontaine known as Perfume Mania?
I can't imagine a blonde being black.
Perfume Mania was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago. It all started when several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself.
Who listens to the chats?
No one
I don't know.
anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the price of perfumes to skyrocket.
No idea,
Its
man.
appeal was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding
These
them
lifesavers
and
gummies are so
reselling
good.
at even higher margins. The value of these products became so inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora. This resulted in countless disputes and scams. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market value greatly exceeded the intrinsic worth of the product, creating an economic bubble that was never going to last. Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers
That's what
were
I was
thrown in
thinking.
jail as a result. In the end, only a few wealthy families.
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, during the craze, the most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply, to the point where it once sold for 10 million mora a bottle.
10 million?
Damn.
What about now?
After the mania ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create
Average
it,
media.
went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the value of the perfume remains.
No one's gonna
super
take
high.
American players on Genshin seriously, so, like, why do you even try? No one's gonna take American players on Genshin seriously at all, especially when it's a company from in China. Like, if you want to do it because it doesn't matter. You're just wasting your time, wasting your breath. And if you really believe that boycott is gonna work, it's not gonna work. You gotta leave that to Chinese and Japanese players. Mostly Chinese players though, because Chinese players is where that's the hometown of like where they get serious, and the Japanese players, you know, Japanese players, those players are crazy, really good at games and really knowledgeable, take everything seriously.
Indeed, the Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making.
America's a joke, dude. America's a joke in general, if anything. Reddit users, Twitter users, if anything.
When the bubble popped, all the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire. The variety has never been seen since.
But didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look for it?
Ah, yes. I came to investigate.
I know I'm
some
American.
rumor that the Auguste flower has reappeared in Sumeru. It's causing quite the stir in the Fontaine perfume market.
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
I have to agree. Emily wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor, but the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the flower, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed, Paimon. I don't have any grand Mora-making endeavors planned. Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments to be sure, but to me, they overshadow the very essence of the product. When it comes to perfume, I want people to forget the price and the prestige, and focus on the beauty of the fragrance itself.
Wow, so
What's her name
noble.
again? This is freaking deja vu all over again. Whereas we're talking about product in
There's
this.
also a more practical reason. In recent years, low-grade counterfeit
I forgot her
versions of
name.
Auguste have been popping up on the Fontaine perfume market. Every so often, someone will claim to have recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
Ever since that rumor started, 3 new perfumes claiming to be made from the Auguste flower have appeared on the market. If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, Fontaine's perfume market can finally start to get back to normal. Then I'll be free from all the stories and added meaning and just focus on making what I like.
Clarent? No, that's not Clarent.
That makes sense.
I gotta look at her name. I forgot.
Oh, I would of course be grateful for your help, but I wouldn't want to try.
Well, you said it yourself. We're both travelers from abroad, so...
I suppose you're right.
Based on the information I have so far, it's unclear if the rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks it's too early to say. But you could always go talk to him. He was there all those years ago, after all. Maybe he'll know something.
I was just about to pay him a visit at...
Edgar? Who's that?
The person you've been trying to guess this whole time. The flower expert
Oh.
in charge of the exhibition.
I thought Emily
He's
was.
also the most respected and experienced perfumer in the area. Back when he was still working in Fontaine, Auguste was his creation.
Olympus
I
2024.
should
What do you
also
mean?
mention, he was my teacher, the one who taught me the basics of perfumery when I apprenticed in Sumeru.
So, this guy was a famous perfumer?
Sorry, Paimon. I cut you off. Chiori, that's her name. It's Chiori's story all over again.
It's a long story. If you're interested, we We can talk more
Oh,
about games,
Olympics
but
2024.
why should we stay near
We
the
had
town?
Olympics 2024? I don't even know about that. I'm checking right now. I don't know. Apparently it's really popular, but it never comes to mind to me. Let me do boxing. I like the boxing Olympics. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
According
Olympic
to
Games
today's
Paris
Forest
2024.
Patrol route map, we need to head here first, then make our way over to there? There's a lot of writing.
I don't got any information on that one too. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't care less about Olympics really. What's it called? Yeah, Chiori's story all over again. Where about is all about the business about the clothes going out or something like that, and then we got perfume going out or something, and it's always in from Fort Fontaine as well.
Paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
And then we got makeup with yeah, we got makeup. God dang it! Why am I forgetting all these names?
Yeah, what if guests come
She's literally in my party.
have anywhere to stay? Also, renting out this big of a hotel? How
Seijuin, yeah. Seijuin story is about pure makeup.
It's been so long, I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
Are you talking about LGBT community disrespecting Christians? Because if it is, then
You and
what do
your
you
brother
expect, really?
haven't changed a bit.
Freaking, there's always the worst type of people to come out of. Like everyone have their own worst type of people. Like we got a, I don't know, drunker for the white people. And then there's crazy robbers that doesn't give a shit about everything from the blacks. And for Chinese, I can't think of one. Oh, Chinese, they just love to fucking overwork everyone they ever wanted to, including making someone some slaves if they wanted to.
Yeah, all this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business.
And then you got the gay people
Kyria.
that just talk shit about fucking everything, like they're above the world. There's always going to be someone in their community ruining something for what they are or with or do. That's my point, I guess.
Hold on, we have guests.
It's nice to see you again, Master.
Master.
Is that you? Oh, it's been years. Look at you. You're all grown up.
Perfumer?
I've heard you've become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
Ah, hardly. I taught you the basics. Hearing you call me master, well, I'm not sure I'm deserving of that title. I've taught many students here in Sumeru over the years, but I've yet to see one turn out quite as accomplished as you. You're the only one who can take credit
Hey,
for
Alex.
that success. And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them in your letter.
Ah, they're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Emily's friends. Well then, The pleasure is all.
And these two gentlemen? Are they friends of yours, Master?
Of course. We're perfume merchants from Fontaine.
Ah,
I'm Oud, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze. Edgar and the two of us are old friends.
Yes.
Merchant brother?
You must be here to look for the August flower then.
Huh?
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of a goose? Anyone in the business would be interested in the rumors.
I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, Emily. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in. I commissioned a few Eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over Sumeru, but there were no sightings.
no, I don't have
of
an
the
iPhone. I'm
August
all
flower.
about Android.
That being said, there are people in Port Ormos who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the Auguste they remember from back then. A
It's
one-of-a-kind,
vodka?
divine, and noble scent.
I mean, anything is possible now. Like, I never would have thought when I was little. I never thought medicine was usually from narcotics, like drugs. Well, what I mean by that is narcotics is those little fucking berries that are usually used for medicine and beer. So I would have never know that it's the same shit.
No, I don't think so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a
Smell
bottle
great.
that
Yeah,
was
anything's
new,
possible
you
if
wouldn't
if
believe
you
the
if you gotta
fragrance
ask
of the
yourself.
perfume would have changed over time. Very few perfumes can go decades without
Limited
changing
mayonnaise?
scent.
What?
Auguste is
Why is
even more
that?
prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now. Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance? Or in accord with the same base notes?
Impossible. If Auguste were that easy to replicate, it would never have sold for such a high price all those years ago. The Auguste flower is back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent wouldn't be impossible to imitate.
Well, let's table that question for now. Edgar, did any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
Man, this perfume is like really. I heard over the radio where I live. Like, come on, what a joke. Menace perfume? What the fuck? Can't imagine that. There is no link. You can't send links in the chat if you're trying to send links.
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought. Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the Auguste fragrance passed them on the street.
Wait, are you saying...
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
You didn't hear it before. Menace perfume? I still can't get over that.
Right now, but we can't rule out
That's
the
like
possibility.
pineapple on pizza.
I'll send some more people to investigate.
Fart perfume? Oh, you guys are crazy.
You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Oud, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Ooh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
My apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see.
It's for pranks?
I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute. But by the time Emily wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
That would be a fucked up prank, some type of subtype. Like, what happens if you give your girlfriend like a present and it's a perfume that she, you know, how women loves to smell really great and all. You give her a perfume that is, you tell her it's very expensive. She uses it and it's a fart spray.
Oh, and we just showed up out of the blue. Guess that means there's definitely no space for us.
I should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay, even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
2 miles away? Jesus.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru. Ah, even better. Although, would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here? It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping. It shouldn't take up too much space.
Well, about that.
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you, as long as you don't...
All right, then. Oud, why don't you take Emily inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshments and join... I'm sorry,
It's all right, Master.
I'll be sure to make it...
Genshin banned in your country? Why? Do you live in Russia?
Whoa, the smell of flowers is so strong. Didn't Edgar say he tidied up around here? There's still so many flowers.
Ooh, rose oil. I like the sound of that.
Was packed with flowers. Looks like this.
No, that's a florist thing. We work closely with the essential oils of various plants. But to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep their homes free of strong odors.
Oh, guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite, and my brother will be staying on the other side of the suite.
Russia have Genshin? Then what country does Genshin does not allow in or ban?
Blake!
Yes, of course.
Saudi Arabia? Saudi?
All right then. Where can
Interesting.
we find your luggage, mademoiselle? Blaze will go fetch it for you.
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back from Fontaine. Could I trouble you to bring that back as well? It would be the perfect way to repay you.
How generous. I should thank you on my brother's behalf. You stumbled upon his weakness. He's aloof about most things, but alcohol is his one true love.
Aftershave? I never used aftershave before. I don't even know what it is.
Is that so?
Oops.
Mr. Ood, Mr. Blaze, thanks for...
Hey, what are you doing?
That's Master's voice.
What the fuck? That's gift. I mean,
Edgar!
Master!
Hey, Edgar! Are you all...
Kyria.
damn.
Hey, Edgar?
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
Some kind of a smoothing balm, like after a good shave to calm the skin. Oh yeah, my skin, my hairs on my skin are not that rough. It's like actually super soft. The more I shave, the more rougher my hair would get. So maybe I'll start doing more frequently, but we'll see. I don't think I would do it like a lot though. I would just shave it just a little bit. I like it soft, not like fucking rough at all.
I checked. It doesn't look like anyone passed through.
But that's impossible. It's not like that kid can just grow some wings and fly. Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit could have just
strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle?
What is this music, by the way? Is this music from Natlin?
Really? You think so?
Never heard this music before.
Do you think whoever did this was hiding in the flowers? Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found was that bottle.
Really has one, to be honest. Shave it all off. I just shave it off as well. I don't use a razor though. I just actually like shave it all off. My hair can get pretty long, so my beard can even get longer as well. So instead of using a razor, I just use a whole fucking uh what do you call those things again? Hair cutter. It's those tools that you get a haircut with. I forget what it's called. Uh, I just literally use that because my hair gets so long that a razor would have trouble cutting them.
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master. Can you help?
Shaving your beard in Saudi is gay.
So, how's he doing?
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid. He's still unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his airways. We'll have to look into other clues for now. Ah, yes. The scent is the same, but the chemical composition is still unclear. We'll have to do further tests to determine if it's the same liquid, and how toxic it is to the human body. But first, I do believe there are two people who could shed some light on the situation. Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien.
Wait, you... Hey! Were you talking to us, mademoiselle?
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of the Ghost. There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, the one thrust into the limelight, and a researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower, and 2 merchant brothers responsible for promoting the product on the 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their actions lured in numerous speculators and profiteers. In the end, they were sent to the fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market. If you do the math, they should be out of prison by now.
And what does that have to do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine.
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucien just now, the name registered immediately.
Miss Emily, out of respect for your position as a famous perfumer in Fontaine, you have a bright future ahead of you. You wouldn't want to develop a reputation as someone who throws around false accusations.
You claim to be regular perfume merchants, and yet, when I brought up amber wine, you took it to...
What?
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particularly renowned, but I'm certain any respectable perfume merchant in Fontaine would know of it. Unless, until recently, they were living somewhere completely cut off from the perfume world. Somewhere like...
The side eye.
Fortress of Meripede, perhaps?
Emily, you little...
Damn, the little fucking sword.
Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to criticize you, no matter what happened all those years ago. But Master's life is in danger. We need to learn whatever we can about... If Master's attack had something to do with Auguste, I would imagine the 2 of you might also be in. So I'd like to trouble you for some information, if I may.
Fine.
Sylvain!
Lucien, if this will help us find Kyria, then it will be all worth it. Besides, we've already told most of the stuff to the Maison. You were right, Miss Emily. There were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucien, Edgar, and the researcher from Sumeru. Sometime down the road, the Marechaussee Phantom came knocking. saddled us with a list of accusations.
Masculinity?
Into our books. They did their meddling. And my brother Edgar and I were forced to serve time in the fortress as a result.
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up in Sumeru?
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru so that he could put those events behind him. Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. He stopped making new perfumes and focused on introducing students to the... That's how I met him. My parents had to relocate to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little while. But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijava.
Java. What's it called? I just realized there's something funny. Like, Traveler pulls us his dual blade. Like, that's very intimidating or something. Of course, it's still too intimidating, but like, seeing a dual blade, like, I don't know. I know it's still a sword, but it seems rusty.
Like us, Vijava was also staring down an investigation from the Marechaussee Phantom. But before the Phantom showed up at her door, she set all the flower beds on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn. All the Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create, was reduced to nothing but a pile of ash.
But destroying all that evidence, wouldn't that make things worse for her?
It didn't matter at that point, because she died in the fire as well.
Oh.
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own. Why even ask us if you knew all of this already?
The name wasn't mentioned in any of the files I reviewed either. But you two seem quite familiar with him.
Kyria was Vijava's younger brother. He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens, I think.
With
He
facial
helped
hair?
his sister with her work sometimes, but that was pretty much it.
I mean, I guess that's
He
true.
didn't have any
But they're all
idea
young,
what we
though.
were doing.
Most of these characters are
Vijava
pretty
went
fucking
to
young
work
anyway.
most of the time. The three of us were probably the
Couldn't
only
imagine them with
ones who
beards
knew
anyway.
she had a brother. After our operation was compromised, he disappeared. There were no signs of him until recently, when people started saying the Auguste flower had reappeared in Sumeru.
So, you think Kyria took something with him back then? Something that allowed him to reproduce the Auguste flower?
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us to give her cut to her brother if anything happened to her. If she left something behind before she died,
Well, Sumeru is not
the one that has it.
Saudi Arabia, alright?
In that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate the perfume itself.
So the liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really was out.
Damn, look at all those perfumes from a previous event with Lisa.
Poison? No. Of course not.
Arabs.
No perfume is meant to be ingested. Even small amounts can be dangerous, let alone ingesting a whole bottle at once. If Auguste could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half a bottle back then. Edgar fell unconscious because Kyria forced him to drink perfume. It just happened to be Auguste. He probably thought we had something to do with his sister's death. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea why she did all that. We're not looking for Kyria because we have it out for him. We just wanted to see how he was doing. And, if possible, work together to bring back Auguste. We only went to prison for a bit of fraud and market manipulation. It had nothing to do with the product itself. As long as we keep things honest this time around, bringing the product back to market would almost be like honoring...
So that's why you never mentioned Kyria during your interrogation?
Yes, exactly. We were just looking out for the kid.
Anyway, that's all we know. If you're looking for information on what's in Auguste, or what to do if you ingest it, There are only two people to ask. Edgar or Kyria himself.
Well, at least we're able to say for certain that the substance Edgar ingested was in fact a goose. That gives us a direction for further testing. Well then, I'd say that was a very
Well, glad to hear it. Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit. With everything that's happened, there are things that need reconsider.
Yes.
Oh, you think so too? That does seem to be the case. Pity we don't have, but based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now, I suspect further questioning will only result in more made-up answers.
The way you exposed them like that, just based on a hunch, that was genius! Oh, right! Earlier you said you were only sort of a doctor, and that your patients were unusual.
Oh yes, that's because most of the patients I encounter are already dead.
Character stories? What do you mean? Like, is there a lot of Genshin players that doesn't like story quests? Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, this is an RPG game. It's about story. Like, why are you playing a game just to play a game? But like, I guess that makes sense. But like, this is an RPG game. It's mostly based on story, not just fighting. That's what I'm here for. The story.
You're a forensic doctor?
Close.
That's what keeps me going
I'm
anyway.
actually a forensic cleaner. Once the forensic team and the Marachese Phantom are done collecting evidence from the scene, I'm in charge of clearing away the final traces my patients leave on the world. In fact, with just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the base of perfume can also be made into a cleaning agent. Basically, there are two sides to forensics. Those who collect evidence to expose the truth, and those who clean up the smells, bloodstains, and other substances left behind at the scene. I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we might
Dane's
still
storage
see
class
reason.
and art guns.
Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you to report back
Well,
to
that's the
Tanari and the
that's
officers
the
at
whole.
Port
That's what
Ormos?
the game is supposed to
Should
be about
update them on the
anyway. But
situation.
yeah, I guess you're right. Still, like they haven't even tried story quests. Like story quests are freaking awesome, man. Some of these story quests are needed to be completed anyway because it's part of the Archon quest too.
I'll stay here and continue to look after Master. Now that we have a sample of Auguste, I'm hoping further analysis won't be too difficult.
I guess a lot of people just go through these story quests and then skip all of them, like legit all of them, so they could just get the primos. They like it. And for girls.
Whoa, why the rush? Did something happen?
You explain everything, including my identity.
It
Not
was a
explain.
cat. He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a suspicious individual fleeing through the bazaar?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kyria. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
What about you, Tainari?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emily needs my help looking after Mr. Ed.
But she said she's not a real doctor.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amorta Darshan. Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. Emily is certainly in the best position to help him. As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kirya.
Oh, that's right! Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emily's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan. I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar. I have friends in
I like the
Sumeru
new
City who can help
animation.
me investigate.
It is so
If any luck,
noticeable to
we'll
me.
have news to share by tomorrow. I'll leave you and Emily to watch over things here in Port Ormos.
What's the best playable character story? What do I mean by that? Like the best playable character in the game, or like the best story in the game? Best story in the game? Hmm. Albedo? Damn, I haven't done Albedo in like so long. I don't even remember it.
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything. But things weren't looking good with Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first.
I'm trying to think right now. I don't know what would be the best one.
Emily!
Let me look it up to see, because when I see something I just remember randomly. So let me just look it up. Genshin Impact All Stories. And it doesn't want to show me pictures. To be honest, I think it would be Nahida's story quests. Because when you said that, I thought of Nahida, but I just have to make sure that if Nahida was the best one, because I don't know, I don't remember any. I don't remember like which ones were the best for me personally, but I think Nahidas are the best ones. I enjoy Act 1 and 2 for Nahidas. The illegal way? Oh. A lot of action.
No longer in critical condition, thankfully. He's still very weak, but with a bit more rest, he should regain consciousness soon. My chemical analysis of Auguste also went smoothly, although it certainly raised some questions. I was able to identify the components that give the substance its fragrance, but I also noticed an abnormal trace of elemental energy in the sample.
Elemental energy?
Hard to say. It was such a minute amount, proportionally speaking, like mixing a single drop of perfume into the ocean. I had to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years to even detect the traces present in the sample.
Festering desire, remember? No, I don't.
Unless you were
I have to
abnormally
look at it
sensitive
to
elemental
remember.
energy, I doubt it would have any effect, even if you use the product every day for 10 years. As for whether Master's condition was caused by the
I
elemental
enjoy a lot
energy
of
present in the
story
sample
quests, but
or
I think
some
my
other
best ones are
component of the
Nahida's.
perfume, it's still too early to say.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. Did Tainari come and find you? Maybe we could ask him to take a look.
I received a message from him last night, but I haven't
The
heard
sword
anything
event?
since. The message said he was looking into some
I don't know
information
nothing
at the
about that.
academia.
Oh, Excuse me? Is Miss Emily here?
Hey, Kale.
Oh, perfect! Familiar faces! Traveler, Paimon, you're here too!
Still have photos of it? Nice.
Kale. Ah, of course. Ainari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. And please, no need for formalities. Emily is...
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you too, Miss, Emily. Did Tainari send you here, Kale? Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. I'm fast on my feet, so it only made sense for me to come and give you an update. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, they believe there's no indication that a researcher by the name of Vijava ever passed through the academia. Master considered that possibility as well, but the name wasn't the only dead end. Master tried to track down people with a similar research direction or background, but also couldn't find a map. How is that possible?
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want to figure out her true identity, I'm afraid another conversation with those two merchants might be our only...
Hey! Lucian!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Curio came back, do you?
A bit of first event when Dragon Spine released. I wasn't there for that.
That seems impossible.
I quit
If someone
during that
from
time.
out of the hotel just now, we would have seen them.
The last time I ever gotten or did in that game before I quit was getting Klee, and that's it.
It's locked?
Damn.
There's no one here.
Lucian! Lucian!
That's Sylvain's voice!
Lucian! Lucian! Come on! Emily! Emily! My brother!
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain.
No, no, that's not...
Traveler, Kale, Mr.
He's
Sylvain
dead,
has
just like
gone
that.
through a huge shock. He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door?
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you both. Mr. Sylvain, we'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
Poor guy. He's like he may have made some bad decisions in life.
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally all the moments he shared with his brother, every hardship and triumph they endured together, are now memories he has to carry alone.
If Curio really was behind this, then what exactly did he do to Lucy?
Lucian can no longer speak, but the traces left behind by his death most certainly can. Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene. I'll leave you to contact the sheriff.
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air, and now this happens. Miss Emily, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor. Have you been able to
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have... I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity of the body, it appears the time of death was sometime last night. I'd have to do a more thorough investigation.
Then, would you mind helping us investigate? Before he left, Tainari said we could trust her judgment if something like this were to happen.
Of course, I appreciate your trust. Many of the traces left behind at the scene will fade with time, so the sooner we investigate...
We'll help too. We don't know much about dead bodies, but you can leave the other clues to us.
Pupils are dilated, skin...
And the windows are... Well...
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
What? Oh.
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain... Wait, you don't think Sylvain could have been the one who...
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine. And he doesn't have a motive.
Then, what could have happened last night? I know Sylvain is still in shock, but he's our only available witness.
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries, so we might as well head next door and go through everything together.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon. Did you see or hear any...
After Kyria attacked Edgar, my brother and I were... We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading to the hallway. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard any commotion coming from the other room, but I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and...
So, no movement from the room next door. No forced entry via no signs of a struggle at the scene, and no external injury on Lucien's body. What kind of cause of death are we dealing with?
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupils were dilated, and his skin was flushed. Very similar to Master's symptoms after the attack yesterday. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance without knowing it. And I'd say that substance was likely a goose.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, it would have been for just one night. No. Emily, you ran your tests, didn't you? Go on. Tell everyone.
No, I didn't find any
See? A goose is harmless.
That may be true for most people, but not for...
Master!
Edgar? You're up and about...
Thanks to Emily. Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide it, even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, no. He would never give up. Not if he's doing...
Elena?
That's Vijava's real name. Elena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
A Fatus?
Oh.
The Fatui.
Oh.
Well, that means the elemental energy present in Auguste was...
Ah, so you've already detected it. Well, Sylvain, looks like there's truly no reason.
Oh.
The Auguste flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
The Fatui, delusions... I never would have thought Auguste was hiding...
Born of a delusion, Auguste contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have...
That's enough, Egg. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower. But no one knew how long the perfume mania was going to last. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of lost earning potential.
So you decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about a goose being harmful over time, Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically, unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar. You could use the product for decades and be completely fine.
It may be true there are no records of a goose poison, but even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a serious crime. That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kiria's involvement a secret all this time. Despite the Fatui, delusions, a goose. If the Marashase Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would have been enough evidence to send you to the Fortress of...
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. At least that way, Lucian would still... All these years without any sign of Kiria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after. A goose was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marashase Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it. She burned all her flower beds and threw herself into the...
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, there would have been no reason to... Yeah, she could have just burned the flower bed.
I thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't until just now that I finally... Everything she did, it was for her brother. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps after her death. After arriving in Fontaine, Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate the Auguste flower, weakening her body even further. There were times when she couldn't even walk.
So she couldn't flee with her brother because she was afraid of holding him back.
If her true identity was exposed, she and her brother would face pressure from both the Auguste flower and Yelena's own corroded body both bore the mark of a delusion. There would have been no way to avoid it. So, in the end, she burnt it all to ash, including herself. With all the evidence erased, Kiria was free to take the Mora and run.
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the fire?
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to leave everything to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our cut as well. That's why Lucian and I were searching for Kiria, to take back our Mora and the Auguste flower. We just didn't realize Kiria was baiting us the whole time.
But why is Kiria out for revenge anyway? Doesn't he know about Yelena's decision?
I don't think he knew his sister was nearing death. Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance. She kept herself busy with work to keep out of sight. That way her brother wouldn't notice how she could barely walk.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kiria what really... I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a goose. Or something. It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred. Especially when you've been living in that headspace for so many years.
Very true. Even if Yelena's death was her own choice, I wouldn't call myself...
Edgar!
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in such a hurry to capitalize on the perfume mania all those years ago, do you think Yelena would have elected to take... If we hadn't been so blinded by greed, so insistent on increasing the scale of the flower cultivation, do you think Yelena's health would have deteriorated as fast as it did? If we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn?
She knew her limits. She knew her days were numbered. Maybe it was for her brother, but she was in it for the Mora just as much as us. We were just trying to earn a bit of Mora. And what, we deserve to die for that? Target me for being the mastermind, sure. But what about Lucian? Lucian's crime. Was it really so extreme?
No, I'm not an
that he had
Asian
to pay
server,
for it with his
Lexi.
life?
I'm in the North America server, unfortunately.
The only
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya, and a crime committed in Port Ormos.
What a headache.
Well, we can only wait until the Academia sends someone to deal with it. I'm guessing we'll have to contact Fontaine as well. With the exhibition, we don't even have space in Port Ormos to detain anyone.
The hotel could suffice. You could station a few officers to... Although with Sylvain's mental state and my physical one, I don't think you need to worry about a jailbreak.
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. A crime is a crime, accomplice or not. I'd just like to take care of a few things before I go. As for Sylvain, I'm sure he also... Would you be willing to grant that?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the Academia. No matter who you were in Fontaine or what crimes you committed, the man we grew to know in Sumeru proved himself to be a good person.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
happened tonight?
Oh shit.
Oh, you mean the possibility that...
Yeah! All we know is that he uses a goose to poison people. But we still have no idea how to catch him. If he targets Sylvain or Edgar again, we might not be able to...
That may be true. But what if we can take advantage of his desperation? If we take advantage of this situation and lure him in on purpose, we might finally have the chance.
Master, no. That's...
So if Kyria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last chance to enact his revenge. In other words, you want to use us as bait.
Capture? Not necessarily. I just want to talk.
Afraid? This is my only chance. I'm spending the rest of my life in prison anyway. I can't just sit back and let him ride off into the sunset with our fortune. There's no way I'm letting you. As for the danger, everyone else just needs to make preparations and...
I'll admit, it could work. We just need to spread the... Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel. If we have your assistance as well.
I still have some reservations.
I'll also keep watch.
Although I think Sylvain and myself should if Kyria noticed another person in the room, he might decide to turn back. And besides, it's possible he's already transformed Auguste into...
You mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the two of you, he might get so desperate that he'll just start using a goose on everybody?
If that were to happen, everyone's standing guard. Even the innocent citizens in Port Ormos would all be in danger.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
What the fuck is that animation?
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
This old pack of bones doesn't bounce back like it used to.
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep watch later. Right now, I say we split up. Start spread.
Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the
He taught my child how to make perfume.
How could... He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just wait and see what...
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about the rumors. Let's head back to the hotel and take a break.
What was that? I was blocked by something. Was that Paimon blocking me?
Emily, Sheriff Xiang wants to talk to you and the Traveler about our plans for the Night Watch.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here, I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you...
Oh, that's very kind of you. But...
Oh, it's not good to be so tense, especially when we've got a long night ahead of us. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I couldn't help but notice that something seems to be on your mind.
was...
You seem very preoccupied with Kiria's revenge. If there's anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to listen.
Oh!
I'll be back. I'm gonna get some soda.
Hey, Emily, Kale. Oh, are we interrupting something? No, not at all. This will be easier to talk through with you here anyway. I've just been thinking. If Kiria has the capacity to commit murder while remaining completely undetected, why didn't he target Sylvain along with Lucien last night? There was just a single door separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, then there was barely anything standing in his way. When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died, and saw how distraught he was, maybe Kiria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of losing a loved one, but... So did he attack Edgar as a warning then? To scare Sylvain and lose...
Based on what we've heard about Kiria, that may very well...
Losing his sister all those years ago. What has been going through his head? What is he... Whenever I get to thinking like that, I just can't help but wonder. If I were in his place, I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like that.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature. In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, I've witnessed countless families mourn their loved ones. Their cries of devastation and anger still, some of them even try to stop me, begging me not to erase the last remnants of their loved ones. But getting swept up in those emotions will corrupt your judgment. Surround yourself with fragrance for too long, and your sense of smell will become dull. So while you hold on to that sense of empathy, you also need to ask yourself, do Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die? How much did they truly know about the Fatui and the delusion? Did they force Yelena to make those decisions? Answering those questions requires a lot of time and evidence, while a single act of vengeance can put those answers forever out of our reach. I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, a certain amount of information can be inferred from the traces left behind at the scene. But generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered, and the whole picture ever incomplete.
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next to impossible to think about things that way. For someone like Kyria, I'm sure right and wrong lost all meaning a long time ago.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late. I understand Kyria's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kyria. They all...
The fortunate...
Emily, Traveler. Huh? Edgar.
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you?
A little. Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru.
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I've grown attached to these flowers, and this is my last chance. I would imagine Sheriff Sham is here for a
The Night Watch! You mentioned earlier...
That's right. I've stationed some of my men around the surrounding area, but we still don't have anyone standing guard next to Sylvain's room. Exactly. After some discussion, we concluded that Sylvain has the highest risk of being attacked next. You're the most skilled fighter here, Traveler, and Emily's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch. That's why I want you two stationed next to Sylvain's room. So, are you up for it?
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
Cool.
Not a peep. Has Kyria given up on his revenge? Guess we'll have... Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kyria's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess. No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago. There must be something we're missing.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from... You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like, oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers, glaze lilies,
Oh, shit.
incense. Oh no! Sylvain's room, quick!
Wait, what?
Glaze Ladies is the one.
Hey, did you hear? Someone was...
It was the older of the Merchant brothers.
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain. Poor guy was...
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucien, and now...
Listen up, everyone. This is an act of crime.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy.
Do you think it could be the work of an... I mean, how do you get away with something like that with...
Keep it moving, everyone. No law...
Oh, so he died too, huh?
You don't know that. Kyria already attacked you once, and you survived. Perhaps he doesn't
You were the only reason I managed to survive.
Even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity. He would have...
Is that so? I have exceptional students, but Kyria has nothing. Yelena, it really makes you wonder if there's even a reason.
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kyria himself, once we find...
Well, Emily, there's something else I'd like to ask of you. But so many flowers were transported here for the show. Some of them thousands of miles away from their homeland. I can't let them with whether Kyria gets to me first, or I'm sent back to Fontaine to stand. I know it's a lot to ask.
Of course, Master.
Really? Now I truly...
Sheriff Sham still has some questions for me, so...
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting.
I'm sorry, Master.
Another all-nighter. Paimon sure hopes Emily still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble. Yeah, that's...
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging. To be honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
The key clue was right in front of us the entire time! Let's go! Let's see where the culprit hid a goose. This is it!
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before. It's a flower from...
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Emily, you're back!
Exactly as
A flower that only blooms at night. Ah, like the Neelit Palo.
Exactly. Although the Neelit Palo Lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. When it's closed, the gaps between the petals are too large. That's why Kyria chose the glaze lily as his mechanism. He would start by preparing an Agoose sample.
If applied to the outside, you would still be able to smell a goose, even in the day. If poured into the flower pot, the liquid would seep into the soil. That might prevent the substance from taking effect. There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one I recognize. If you stick the petals together with slime condensate, then, in the daytime, the glaze lily would act
That's right! He applied a diluted form of slime condensate to the petals to stick them together, and enclosed a sample of Agoose in the center. That way, the Agoose would remain trapped inside during the daytime, unable to seep between the petals and evaporate into the air. This also allowed the culprit to plant the poison well in advance, while his targets remained oblivious. However, the diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent the petals of the glaze lily from opening at night. So by nightfall, the flower would bloom, thereby forcing the target to inhale the Agoose trapped inside.
And Kyria could execute his revenge without having to step foot inside the room during the night.
By the next morning, the sample of Agoose would have nearly fully evaporated. The glaze lily would have already closed its petals, and any lingering odor would be concealed by the fragrance of the other flowers in the room.
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of a goose is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
That's because a goose is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed. Only a small subset of people are truly at risk.
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy. So it's just some sort of happy coincidence that Sylvain and Lucien are... That can't be right. They were involved in the operation all those years ago. If the stuff gave them a bad reaction, they would have known from the...
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. It's more like they're susceptible to its effects. But that distinction is... You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive to elemental energy, but that Kyria found a way to ensure that they would be.
In Fontaine, I experienced how drinking primordial seawater made me more attuned to the element of hydro. But that substance would be hard to get around here. The incense I smelled earlier in Sumeru.
Alchemically produced essential oils, the primordial seawater that caused unrest in Fontaine not too long ago. All of those are substances that can heighten your sensitivity to elemental energy.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru. Ah, yes. I definitely remember that.
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence wouldn't arouse suspicion. The flowers in the room could also serve to mask the scent.
Flowers were pretty important to this plan, huh? The glazed lily is native to Liwa. It would be completely unnatural to have one here in Sumeru if it weren't for the exhibition. What a coincidence.
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune to rent out the hotel. He probably used the mora Yelena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed to set him free. But in the end, it was just a tool for his revenge.
There's a saying among forensic doctors in Fontaine. Every step you take leaves a mark. But up until this point, we haven't been able to detect any trace of Kyria's activities. That's not because he was coming and going undetected, or because he's some kind of evil spirit, but because he's been disguised as someone else this entire time.
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily. Setting up the spirit borneal in advance. It all points to one person. Kyria and Edgar are one and the same.
But Kyria was only in his teens back then. He wouldn't even be 40 years old by now. Edgar's lived here for so many years. Even if he changed his appearance, going that long without giving anything away...
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really ominous... But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. By the time we got a look inside the room, Mr. Edgar was gone. Do you think Kyria kidnapped?
I need you to think very carefully about this. Are you certain that figure wasn't
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail.
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised source of power.
What? But that's so dangerous with the condition he's in.
But why? Why would he do that?
No. If his aim was to target everyone who had a hand in Yelena's death...
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena chose...
Then there's still...
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath.
How could...
This is terrifying.
No, don't come any closer!
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of this. It's this way. Please, follow me.
There's a chest right there.
The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
Positions. Wow, this is so lucky.
Oh, we're gonna have Emily with this team? Oh, this is gonna be crazy.
Oh! Oh! Are you all right? Were you...
No. No, I'm all right. I was just chasing after that figure, and then all of a sudden...
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, this feeling.
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment.
I can't rest. Mr. Ed, he's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me.
But how is that possible? Mr. Edgar is 70-something.
That's precisely why he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself. Kyria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body in the process, just like his older sister.
No. He couldn't have. Mr. Edgar has been in Port Ormos for years.
And what if the impersonation started before he ever set foot in Sumeru? I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kyria killed the real Edgar Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While Edgar was incarcerated, Kyria started making preparations to replace him, including forcefully aging his body. Studying perfumery, the new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to, and Sumeru fit the bill to a T. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual process.
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel. He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not...
What you really need is to get out of here.
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should not be... I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. I'm sure Kyria... No, Edgar wouldn't want any more innocent people.
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant to the effects of abnormal elemental energy. In other words, this environment doesn't pose as much of a risk. Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. If the target were to escape from a different point of entry, that might allow him... I hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the...
Thanks. Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done.
Traveler, Emily, for someone whose only purpose in life is revenge, there's no telling what they'll do.
Don't worry. This isn't the end. We're not going to let a goose kill anyone else. Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy. I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Paimon can't believe a single person did all this.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion comes at a cost. Not just time, but the time you have left to live.
But why would Kiria need this many? He only needed a few bottles of a goose to carry out his...
Perhaps hatred wasn't the only emotion fueling his obsession with a goose. Not long ago, he told me he didn't want all the flowers transported to Sumeru to wither away in a foreign land. But Kiria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in Sumeru under the guise of someone else. For someone with nowhere to call home, perhaps dying among a bed of Agus flowers just like his sister is the best homecoming he could ask for.
Oops.
Just relax. Reconstitute.
Do your worst. We shall prevail.
A plant that destroys seeds.
Wow.
Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back to the place where the seeds first appeared. The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end. The scent of flowers is getting stronger.
Did they catch up that? No. My strength is just waning.
Empty vision.
But it doesn't matter.
This is a garden of Auguste flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago. Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on fire, I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Yelena!
I'm alive. No, that's not possible.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
No. The amount of August I drank, it should have been enough. A fake, but...
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind, to create a perfect... The Accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an Accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emily?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of August?
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have. If August was so easy to replicate.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them, but recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow roses, glaze.
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, people never stopped analyzing it, never stopped trying to perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We found better ways to extract essential oils, separate. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago, but now it's time for it to become
the past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that it is possible to make an accord, but the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated. You allowed yourself to get lost in it, just like the perfume mania that captivated the public. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind. Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end, and to make prep.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, you hit
So, since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume you've also figured out that means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning. It was all an act.
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation, or continued to use...
Who knows? Maybe I would have just offed myself then and there.
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any more. Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone to see.
Is that so? Well,
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify my actions. I did what I set out to do. I may have lost in the end. But... but there's no going back, is there?
Stick close.
Looks like I'm almost out of time.
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make your accord.
The scent of a goose is complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a... So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday, I got to thinking, what if the scent of the Auguste flower was already imbued with that complexity?
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent...
Rainbow roses, glazed lilies, Cecilias. The perfumers of the past knew that if you combine their essential oils directly, they would just cancel each other out. It was a conundrum they could never solve. But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features of those three scents, you can bypass that issue entirely. It goes without saying.
Rainbow roses, glaze, Yelena.
Cool. Are we in Fontaine now? Jesus, so we're all from here. Wow, that's crazy.
Did you know? Miss Emily's releasing a new perfume. Right. I heard about that. I think...
Yelena.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way fast. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify Auguste. I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I hope they're to your liking. Also, I was hoping you could try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me...
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of... Oh, it smells great!
It's alright. All feedback is worth consider. Besides, when it comes to perfume, commenting on whether it smells good is the most straightforward assessment you can ask for. There doesn't always have to be a deeper meaning.
Right! Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their name...
If I had to guess, I'd say it probably has something to do with the
The language of flowers? Oh, we've heard of that before! Paimon remembers hearing something like...
What each flower is said to represent varies by person. After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meanings of those three flowers can be reassembled to form a single... Forget the perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended, not the nobility and grandeur most people associate with Auguste.
Do you think Kiria knew about that?
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found, but he didn't seem to care.
Damn. That's what I would thought. That's what I would do too. Like, fucking, this is not... I did all this so I can get revenge, and I'm just gonna stick to it. If it failed, it failed, or whatever. That's what I would be thinking.
Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response. Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to forget her.
Why is the whole... Why is... All the seats are empty. Come on, Genshin. You can do better than that.
Avenging her death?
Jesus Christ.
That was the meaning I chose for my life. Kiria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for. In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks. Thank you for saving my life. For giving me the chance to learn that a goose could have carried a very different... Love and hatred are a privilege. When someone dies, their thoughts, feelings, and intentions die with them. In that sense, what a goose... But even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own interpretation. The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, and yet at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires we hold in our heart.
A bottle of Yelena. Oh, it's a gadget. Hey, Nyla is the first to use this. What's the whole point of it? It's just an effect. That's it. Cool. I feel empty than anything though. Not gonna lie.
A little ambiance. Reconstitute.
Busted.
Booba, get them.
Come a little closer.
Blitz.
Freeze! This one will be frozen.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey. Take it easy. Quiet now.
Nice and spicy.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Frostbite.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Let's go ahead and check this quest out finally. The fuck? Oh, yeah, okay, that's what it was. I was like, what the fuck? Thought I started the world crest, I didn't know. This is what I think it is? Yeah, it's very similar from what I thought it would be. Cool. Nice. What? Aren't you supposed to explode? Ah, fucking whatever. Nice. Easy. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I was about to say. Oh. Fuck. I need a quarter, not half. I'll take it. I need 14 apparently. Oh, perfect. That's pretty cool. Hey, Scary Gamer. Ah, damn it. Oh, I still did it. Never mind. Already got it, right? Am I good? Nope. Still need more. I need to put this in there. That's what I need. Perfect. Oh. Oh, okay. I just need 12, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Yeah. You can have the little space right there. You could do it right now. You just need to go to Fontaine, and that's it. And talk to a lady, and then that's when you can do it. I'm about to once I'm done with this, you want to start streaming next after this, and then see what you can do. This one seems to be simple and fun. It's not it's not hard to understand at all. It only took me 30 seconds to understand what the hell is going on. Fuck. Oh, that was enough though. That was enough. Cool. What? I thought I was gonna bounce back. Whatever. What? That was enough? That's some bullshit. Oh, really? Uh-oh. I didn't even do anything right there. Perfect. Teacher gaming? Okay. Sweet. Perfect. Mm-hmm. Nice. Did you have to off somebody? Scary gamer? Uh-oh. That worked. Ah, not really. Actually, not really. Yeah. I got another one, so I got another shot. Oh, that should do it. Yep. I think. Wait, Edgar's still in it? Ah, damn it. Of course. And that was so terrible. I'm gonna go full force, see what happens. A lot better than I thought. Guess I can get this last one. Yep, got it. Didn't think I could do it, but I got it. Family staying here? I see. I mean, it's not a drastic change, but yeah. A big deal for sure. Fuck. What's the goal? 24? Yeah, I'm gonna need more than that. I love this music, by the way. It's so relaxing. Carnival music right here. I hope this bounced back. We'll find out. Ooh, it did work, but I was a little too strong. Oh, it disappeared too. Oh man, that sucks. Okay, that worked. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Perfect. I need to do it a little harder. I'm gonna deal with this one first. Perfect. And if I can, I want to put them all on top left, if I can. Oh, that didn't work as I thought it would, but still. Oh, fuck. Damn it, dude. I missed. Ooh, I think I know what to do from here. Let's see. I'm gonna go yellow on this one. Worked out perfectly. Just don't fuck this up. Ooh, ooh. Ah, not enough. Oh, I got more. Meh. Didn't work. I was one off. That's fine. God damn it, dude. I got one more chance of this. Oh, it's not enough. Oh, never mind. It is. It is. I'm surprised. I was actually very close to restarting it. Good thing I did it. Is that it? That was. I thought there was another section. Was that really it? Yeah, this one right here. Free and easy. Hardly even a fireball. What's the whole purpose of this? Oh, I was supposed to press square, that's what it was. Guess it didn't matter. No wars, yeah, I don't want to do it then. We'll just do one, actually. Since it's a different game mode, apparently. I'm pretty sure it's just multiplayer. Or just very difficult. Yeah, it's just players. It's pretty good, but I don't wanna play with players, so I don't really care about this shit. We'll see how it goes. Too far. He's gonna try to knock my competition out. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. Still one. So we got one more match. Nice! Oh no, I fucked myself kinda, but still, I got him. I got him. Ah, rip. Perfect. Well, that was fun for like 2 seconds. Awesome. Now I just need, I think 100 more premium gems. No, 70 premium gems, and I could get to do this for sure. I'm so close. What should I do? What should I do? Level 70 Kale. Crap, I still need more. We could do one. We could do that one more time. Got 20 left. Oh, nice. Praxis. Yeah, I just need more praxis. Hopefully it's enough. Kali is a lot stronger now, but she still needs to be stronger than ever before. Actually, I'll just do it myself. I'm only doing one anyway.
Positions. All eyes on me. Try this on you, stuff. I swear it's for medical research. Calm down.
Nice, that should be enough. Hey, Khalifa. You mean where have I been? I guess. I just been lazy, I guess, and then I did some work. Like I got it. Well, I guess I didn't tell you guys. I do have another job actually. I got a new job, so that's good. That's what I've been working on lately, and now I'm just back to gaming, I guess. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah, if you didn't know, old Scary Gamer plays Genshin Impact too, Khalifa. Oh, that's what I need to do. Yeah, let's go do that. Yeah, for sure. Scary Gamer.
Yield. Grant us your blessing. Let's go. Now I'm in. Let's see. Don't be nervous. Just relax.
There is something I would like to have. I wanna get Balloons to D6, but like I said, I don't know if I want to pay for that price. I'm just kind of waiting for BT6, unless I get it as a gift. I guess like any idea, you know. I still want to play Balloon City 6 on the PlayStation. It's just I'm just trying to wait for it, waiting for a chance. Is there any more down here? I think there is more. Yeah, I think there's more. Yeah, up here. I'll remember. I hear him. I forgot how to get up there. Yeah, he's in there, right there. Fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah. What? I commanded to move! That is some bullshit. How do I get in here again? Oh, you gotta hold it. Ooh, pocket watch. That's a good find. Ooh, not bad either. Oh wait, that's not the wrong. Yeah, never mind. Fuck it. That's a shitty one. I think there's another one right here. It's all coming back to me. I remember where they all are now. I just gotta go to the other world. I'm gonna check this place first. Going the wrong way. Oh, it's water. Never mind. Yeah, down here. There we go. Wait, that's not one, is it? No, it's not. There should have been one right here. There we go. That's one. Gotta be, right? There we go. It kind of scared me, not gonna lie. I thought it was just another fake statue, or not fake, but like another ancient statue. And he just moved out all of a sudden, and soon I got really close. Oh, that's nothing right there. Nope, guess not. It's a lot of ocean crabs right there. Those are two. That might be enough to upgrade my shit. Just a local legend. Yeah. Let's see if it's enough. Yep, perfect. Maxed out bow. Now I just need to load it up to 90. It's all coming together nicely. The next we do now is Abyss Spiral in like, I don't know, 4 days from now. I could explore this area. I got 12 days. I'll probably do it before the last day. There's some stuff I still need to explore in this one. I might do it off camera. I might do it stream. We'll see. We'll be back for another live stream for this part. It seems like about a whole bunch of fighting. Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I wanted to want to do a wish, 10 wish, but I'm like 100 primo gems off. Of course I am. Yeah, before I do that, I wanna do a 10 wish. Let's see if I can find something for a 10 wish. Let's do this quest. Might as well see what's up.
Witness my
Is that a tiger that just jumped down?
Quit following me. The wind rises.
Beautiful tiger safari? Hell yeah. The tiger just jumped out of nowhere though. It looks like it was running away too. I don't know what that tiger was doing. Yeah.
Wretched vermin! Squall and fury! The wind rises.
Lifts the rod hard.
Squall and fury!
Quietly now.
Strike a pose!
The wind rises.
Nice. Achievement. Only 5. They any more? Actually, maybe I could do something here. I do need to turn this in.
Wind rises.
Not even close. So annoying. Ah, man. Fuck it, let's go here. Get the Prima gems here. I'm not sure what this is all about, but fuck it.
Take yourself a move. I see everything. Time to shine. This will brighten up the place. Hey. The Temple of Wisdom. Shower me with praise. Dance with the waves. Reconstitute. Let the world come alive. Share my knowledge. Ha, cha. Ya, cha. Ha.
taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effect.
Just like we rehearsed. Go!
A bitter pill to swallow. Be sanctified.
Practice on for size. Go! Billowing surge. Allow me.
Mind the side effect. Seems like an emergency.
Settle down. Let the mighty be humble.
Just like we rehearsed. Right?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Press reap.
Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies!
Wind, hear me. Gears of the storm. Useless.
Evil conquering! Tear! Worthless! Tear! Tear! Lament! Tear! Tear! Scatter! Skyward!
Make way for the truth repeats its course. Barbados, guide us.
Evil conquering! Worthless! Tear! Worthless! Worthless! Tear! Useless! Skyward! Stray cloud confirmed!
Gears of the storm. I swear by my sword.
Lament! Tear!
Just 5,000 is all I needed to get. Cool. Alright, let's go make the 10 summon wish. Hopefully I get Emily. I don't have to worry about spending money. But yeah, we'll see. I think I'm at pity 40, 30. Hopefully I get Emily, please. Or summon with Jean. I don't think I ever summoned with Jean before. Nah, nothing. Damn it, dude. Oh, I was like, what the fuck is this? Razor. Whatever. No Emily, not now anyway. Alright, this is where I gotta get out of here then. Fuck it. Alright. I'll see y'all a lot later. Next time we're gonna do the Spider Abyss and Finchball event that we just did. Alright, peace.